Good, good afternoon to my honorable teachers, my respected seniors, and my dear classmates present here. I want to welcome you all wholeheartedly to attend our presentation. Today, we second year Group A students from roll number 1 to 16 have our presentation on water pollution and its effects. We all can see in our surrounding the water getting polluted day by day. Through the presentation, we all will be able to know how water pollution occurs, how it affects our environment and us, and how it can be prevented. Now we are going to start our presentation. Hope you all will like it. Firstly, a short recitation by Richa, Noreen, and Neha.
Water pollution is really bad. It makes people sick and sad. Throwing junk into the sea makes it green just like a weed. It does not help us, not at all, even if you are big or small. Polluted water everywhere. Polluted water we can't figure. Stop polluting. Let's work together to make the water clean and better. Water means the world to us, so come and walk, don't make a fuss. Polluted water everywhere. Polluted water we can't.
Now, Richa will introduce you about water pollution, its definition, and the sources of water pollution.
Good afternoon, everyone. As we all know, water is one of the most important resources we have. People can survive without food for several weeks, but without water, we would die in just a few days. Despite our dependence on water, it's getting polluted day by day due to excessive and careless use, so the percent of available drinking water is reducing. There are many ways which causes water pollution, and the effect of it are very harmful for all living and non-living objects. Now we come to know what is water pollution. Water pollution is the contamination of water bodies like ocean, lakes, seas, river and groundwater, usually caused due to human activities. Water pollution is any change in the physical, chemical or biological properties of water that will have a detrimental consequence of any living organism. Now we have a look what are the sources of water pollution. There are two main sources of water pollution. First one is point sources and second is non-point sources. Now the point sources. Point sources of water pollution refers to contaminant that enter from a single identifiable source such as a pipe, ditch, drain, channel, tunnel, oil container or vessel. Examples of sources are discharge from a sewage treatment plant, a factory, wastewater treatment facilities, septic system and other sources that are clearly discharging pollutant into water bodies. Now the second point, non-point sources. Non-point sources of water pollution refers to diffuse contamination that does not originate from single discrete sources. It involves pollutant generally from land runoff, precipitation, atmospheric deposition, drainage, sweepage, or hydrological modification like rainfall and snow melt, which are difficult to identify. The type of pollution is often the cumulative effect of small amount of contaminant gathered from a large area. They are more difficult to identify because they cannot be traced back to a particular location. Now, according to United States Environment Protection Agency, sources of water pollution are divided into 6 categories. The first category is biodegradable waste. It consists mainly of human and animal waste like plant-based plastic, some oil and petroleum products, certain heavy products and chemicals. When biodegradable waste enters our water supply, the waste provides an energy source, the organic carbon. For bacteria, organic carbon is converted to carbon dioxide and the water, which can cause atmospheric pollution and acid rain. This form of pollution is far more widespread and problematic than other form of pollutant. If there is a large supply of organic matter in water, oxygen consuming like aerobic bacteria multiply quickly, consume all available oxygen and kill aquatic organism. Then come the second source, plant nutrient. Mainly nitrogen and phosphorus are added to water bodies and this cause excessive growth of algae. Plant nutrients such as phosphate and nitrates enters the water through sewage and livestock and fertilizer runoff. Phosphate and nitrate are also found in industrial water. Though these chemicals are natural, 80% of nitrates and 75% of phosphate in water are human added. Then comes the third source, heat. Heat can be a source of water pollution. Water is used as a coolant in thermal power plant and industry, and thus water release mixed with water which is discharged into water bodies. As the water temperature increase, the amount of dissolved oxygen decrease. Thermal pollution can be natural. In case of hot spring and swallow pond in the summertime, or human made through the discharge of water that has been used to cool power plant or other industrial equipment. Now comes the fourth source, sediment. Sediments consist of teeny bits of soil, rocks or other solid particles that are washed or blown from land into the water. They are fine-grained particles like silt and clay, generally occurred by soil erosion. These fine particles occur naturally in the environment, but problems arise when they enter aquatic system in the large quantity. It can come from soil erosion or from the decomposition of plant and animals. Now comes the fifth sources, hazardous and toxic chemicals. It includes industrial discharges, oil spill, runoff from paved roads, pesticide runoff, household cleaners, dyes, paints, and solvent that are toxic, can accumulate and cause water pollution. They are usually human-made materials that are not used or disposed of properly. Now comes the sixth and the not the last, not the least, radioactive pollutant. The release of radioactive substance into water during nuclear explosion, testing of nuclear weapons, nuclear weapon production, and decomposition, meaning of radioactive origin, handling and disposal of radioactive waste, lead to water pollution.
Now, the next part will be presented by Shubhecha.
Okay, now let's see what are the causes of water pollution. Water is polluted by both natural as well as man made activities. The natural causes are volcanic eruptions, earthquakes, tsunamis, etc., are known to alter water and contaminate them, also affecting the ecosystem that exists underwater. Now, man made causes are first of all industrial waste. Many industries are not having proper waste management system that drain the waste directly into the fresh water, which goes into canals, rivers, and later into the sea, which in turn lead to eutrophication. Second one is marine dumping. It is the deliberate disposal of hazardous waste at sea from vessels, aircraft, platforms, or other human-made structures in the seabed or subseabed. It affects the biological process of marine ecology. Third one is burning of fossil fuel. Fossil fuel like coal and oil when burned produces substantial amount of ash in the atmosphere. The particles which contains toxic chemicals when mixed with water vapor result in acid rain. Acid rain is essentially water pollution caused by air pollution. Fourth one is global warming. An increase in water temperature can result in death of many aquatic organisms and disrupt many marine habitat. The other causes are fertilizers runoff, which is the most of the fertilizer absorbed by groundwater and rest of them are displaced by rainwater and mechanical irrigation which pollute the fresh water. Next is oil spills. Oil spills is a major problem of water pollution nowadays because a huge quantity of water is spilled in oil location by the ship and it's catastrophic for its marine life. Next one is sewage and wastewater. When different municipality pipe drains their solid particles, wastewater together it pollute the water. Let's look for the effect of water pollution. First of all, its effect on ecosystem. Water pollution can cause immediate damage to an ecosystem and the effects can be far-reaching. Many pollutants accumulate because they do not decompose quickly. Now here what we mostly see is the biomagnification, which is also known as bioamplification or biological magnification. It is any concentration of toxin such as pesticides in the tissue of tolerant organism at successively higher levels in a food chain. Okay, let's take an example. Pollutants in a river or lakes are taken up by the organisms like plankton and are eaten up by the aquatic organisms such as fish, which in turn are eaten up by the large birds, animals, and humans, and thus disease may spread in each organism of the food chain, as we can see in the picture. Now, next one is effect on human health. The WHO reports that 80% of diseases are waterborne. These wastes have a negative impact on human health, like cholera, encephalitis, poliomyelitis, hepatitis, skin infection, gastrointestinal are spreading through polluted water. So, it is always recommended to examine the quality of water on a daily basis to avoid its destructive effect on human health. Next effect is increase in BOD. Now, what is BOD? BOD is the biochemical oxygen demand. It is the amount of dissolved oxygen needed by microorganisms to break down the organic material present in a given water sample at certain temperature. Now, high BOD indicates that there is a high amount of organic waste or sewage in our water system. But due to this, the organisms that are tolerant to lower dissolved oxygen may survive. But organisms needing higher oxygen level will not survive, as we can see in the picture.
Now, a short video containing song sung by Nasrin and art by Tania, Shubhecha and Noreen.
कसम ये खाए टिक 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 ना पाए टिक 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 कसम ये खाए टिक 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 ना पाए अगर सुन लो तो हम जो ये हट जाएगा ऐसी हम प्यार पानी रुक जाएगा अगर सुन लो तो हम जो ये हट जाएगा ऐसी हम प्यार पानी रुक जाएगा फिर दूर हट कैसा ये समाज हो मौका ये
Now, prevention on what of water pollution by Shubhecha.
Okay, now let's see how water pollution can be prevented. First of all, be specially careful to throw away or recycle waste when you are near a water body. Next, be conservative with water and do not use more than the need. Just like don't run the water while you brush your teeth, take shorter shower as per needed, drink all the water in your water bottles, or else use the extra water to houseplant rather than dumping it out. Next, use cleaning products that are safe for environment that is eco-friendly. Then take a great care not to overuse pesticides and fertilizers. By having more plant in your garden, you are preventing fertilizers, pesticides and contaminated water from running off into the nearby water sources. Next one is do not flash trash chemicals and medications down a sink or toilet. These things can pollute our water and unintentionally expose us. Next one is don't throw litter into river, lakes or oceans. Help clean up any litter you see on beaches or in rivers and lakes, and then put it in a nearby dustbin. Then last but not the least is try to avoid plastic container as it lasts for decades in water, affecting the aquatic life. So buy some paper bag or reusable cloth grocery bag instead of plastic. Now, due to this tremendous water pollution, some Water Act was taken in 1974. So, salient provision of Water Act. After the Stockholm Conference on Human Environment on June 1972, it was considered appropriate to have uniform law all over the country for broad environment problems. The Water Prevention and Control of Pollution Act on 1974 is the first enactment by the Parliament in this direction. Water Act is enacted with the aim of prevention and control of water pollution in India.
Now, the last part will be presented by Nasrin.
Now we gather knowledge about the water purification method. The water purification method can be divided into two categories. The first one is small scale method and the another one is large scale method. Now we discuss about the first method, small scale method. Under small scale method comes household purification. The processes which comes under household purification are first one, boiling. To be drunk is needed to be boiled to kill microorganisms allowed to cool down completely. After cooling, the clean water free from microorganisms. The second one is chemical disinfection. Chemical disinfectants like bleaching powder, chlorine solution, chlorine tablets, iodine and potassium permanganate can be mixed with water and allowed to stand for a specific period of time to decontaminate the water and make it suitable for drinking. The third process is household filtration. In ancient days, a bottle-shaped container is faced upside down and different layers are made with sand, soil, etc. so that the elements get collected in different layers and then the clean water passes through the muslin cloth tied at the mouth of the bottle. The water obtained is then boiled if necessary and drunk. In modern days, the water filtration machine is available in market to get decontaminate the drinking water. Now we come to know about the second process of small scale method. Disinfection of well by adding bleaching powder and double pot method. Now we discuss about the second method of water purification, the large scale method. The process which comes under large scale method are the first one is storage. The contaminated water is to stored before purification. Second process is filtration. Slow sand filter. Slow and sand filters are used in water purification for treating raw water to produce a potable product. They are typically 1 to 2 meters deep, can be rectangular or cylindrical in cross section, and are used primarily to treat surface water. Rapid sand filter. Rapid sand filters are relatively coarse sand and other granular media to remove particles and impurities that have been trapped in a flock through the use of floccution chemicals, typically alum. The unfiltered water flows through the filter medium under gravity or under pumped pressure, and the flock material is trapped in the sand matrix. Mixing, floccution, and sedimentation processes are typically treatment stages that precede filtration. Disinfection. Chlorination. Water chlorination is the process of adding chlorine or chlorine compound such as sodium hypochlorite to water. This method is used to kill bacteria, viruses and other microbes in the water. In particular, chlorination is used to prevent the spread of waterborne diseases such as cholera, dysentery and typhoid. Ozonation is a type of advanced oxidation process involving the production of very reactive oxygen species able to attack a wide range of organic compounds and all microorganisms. Ozone is produced with the use of energy by subjecting oxygen to high electric voltage or to UV radiation. Membrane processes. Membranes are used in water treatment to separate contaminants from the water based on properties such as size or charge. Common membrane processes which include microfiltration, ultrafiltration, nanofiltration, reverse osmosis and electrodialysis. Now we discuss about the ways to raise awareness among the citizen for water pollution. It is one of the important part of the overall discussion. So the first point is try to avoid too many plastics. Plastic is a material that is very difficult to break down once produced, and as such, it creates many problems in the water system. While large plastic can be fished out, smaller plastic can cause immeasurable damage. Second point is reuse things where possible. In particular, plastic bags should not be thrown away when the groceries are put away. Instead, you should keep a hold of your bag and reuse them. The third point is don't throw litter into rivers, lakes or oceans to prevent water pollution and help the aquatic animals to lead a healthy life. The fourth point is don't overuse pesticides and fertilizers, preventing runoffs into the nearby water sources, and use natural options as much as possible. The next one is be careful about what you throw down your sink or toilet. Don't throw paints or the drain. Oils are a cause of many problems in the water system, and quite commonly it simply comes from household kitchens should not be used for discarding fats and oils. This should instead be collected in a container and disposed of at a proper facility as solid waste. The last one is, if you notice litter in your local water body, do your best to clean it up. Every bit of litter that is taken out of the water is a bit that is no longer polluting and is a worthwhile pursuit. For a greater impact, get a whole group together to go out and clean up the water. Will get people enthused and actively interested in conserving the water. Now we conclude the overall discussion of water pollution. Water pollution arises from accidental or deliberate disposal of harmful substances on land, dumping or of petrochemical. At sea, overuse of pesticides and fertilizers and poor sewage system, all of which results in contamination of both surface and groundwater. Water pollution is a serious issue and preventive measures are essential. It is the second most important environment issue next to air pollution.
Now, at last but not the least, a motivational song to prevent water pollution.
यूज किए सामान का कचरा फेंका जाता इधर उधर, इसीलिए कूड़े का अड्डा बनता गया हर गांव शहर। जाम हुए नदियां नाले और अधिक बदबू फैली, धीरे धीरे धरती सारी बन रही बीमारी का घर। हॉस्पिटल तो खूब बड़े पर लोग न होते कम।
आओ हम सब मिलकर अब ये दिल से कसम उठाएं, देश को कूड़े और प्रदूषण से आजाद कराएं, वातावरण को साफ हवा पानी की कमी नहीं हो, अपने बच्चों को एक हरी भरी धरती दे जाएं। भाइयों और बहनों, आइए देश को प्रदूषण मुक्त बनाने का संकल्प लें।
पॉल्यूशन के चक्कर में जनरेशन की मुसीबत, पेड़ लगाओ हरियाली लौटाओ नदी बचाओ, कचरा फैलाने की अपनी बदलो गंदी आदत, जान की कीमत लेके कौन सा ग्रोथ करेंगे हम। छोड़ो शर्म, मुश्किल में है तुम और हम, तुम और हम।
Now we have completed our content. Now I request HOD ma'am to say something regarding our presentation. Ma'am, please say something.
Hello.
Yes, ma'am.
Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Okay. First of all, I want to congratulate you. It was your first presentation of your batch, and it's very well presented, very well organized. I'm very happy. The whole topic was well covered, and the speakers were also